In this video, I'm going to talk about how the white man twists and turns, winds stuff. Even the arc is a twist. The zigzag is a twist smoked by white people because they twist religion. Now, the white man's going to use my own animation to twist what I say in the future after I'm dead, like he could have done to Shika, like he could have done with Bin Laden, is twisting what you think you see by using programs. I gave them the images. They could add the cartoon. They could change the image. They can manipulate the image and the presentation and make it seem like I said something that I may have not necessarily said. Now, we go on. 79 Igbo Proverbs from SpecialDictionary.com. A bad habit that lasts more than a year may turn into a custom. A calm spirit will enable a man to survive even a 6-month jail sentence. A guest mourner does not wail as though his heart is broken. A guest should not cause his host's demise. When the guest is ready to leave, not have him given him a hunchback. Okay, so the host shouldn't have given him a hunchback. Now, a man has the same last name as his brother. A man who believes that he can do everything, let him dig a grave and bury himself. A man who rushes into battle does not realize that battle entails death. A man who shoots his arrows as he makes them does not realize that when he has shot a whole sheaf. A man who is missing a tooth does not eat ugiri with relish. A palm tree climber is not expected to tell everything he sees from up above. Like Proverbs aren't as important as some. What am I getting? A person can run so fast to run away from his backside. He can run so fast to run away from his backside. A person who arrives at a feast when the cooked meat is pulled out of the pot does not know what was endured by others to catch and cook it. A person who chases a chicken is due a fall. The chicken is a master of the dodged, escaped. A person who happens by a neighbor's house at dinner time and is invited to join the meal does not swallow such large morsels as to break the string of pearls around his neck. A person who is being carried to the market does not realize that the way is long. A person who underneath the tall palm tree is best positioned to tell on which side the ripe head is. A person who uses the world as his carrying pad will find himself carrying his load on his bare head. A pot trader whose fortunes are all invested in her clay pots isn't much of a merchant. A servant serves a king, he serves a king well. A servant serves 2 kings, he is true to one. A slave boy is blamed no matter what he does. If he does not wash his hands, he is accused of being dirty. If he washes his hands, he is accused of wasting water. Goes back to, reminds me of Jesus when he was accused of not washing his hands, and says, man, you know, he talked about what makes man's dirty, what makes man filthy, and what makes man clean. Okay, and talks about the importance of the physical, spiritual world over the material. It is not what goes into a man's mouth that makes it dirty. It is what comes out of it. Now, we go on. 21. A snake that swallows his friend will have a tail sticking out of his mouth. A snake that swallows its neighbor will have his tail sticking out of his mouth. A traveling child knows better than the old man who sits at home. A wayward woman is the weaver bird. She uses her perch on one tree to scout other trees. A woman who needs to borrow a calabash cannot count on going to the stream. All you can tell about a big belly is that the owner has a lot to eat, not what he had to eat. An udara fruit that falls by the roadside must want to be picked up and eaten. An udara fruit that falls on the side of the road is asked to be eaten. At whatever age a child gets a problem, the same age she has to shoulder the responsibility. Bump, thump, scratch is all on a big man's skin. I'm sitting at this chair all funny now. Oh, come on. Don't give me the slow loading shit now. It's bad enough you put this out there for the woods, but you gotta fucking have the slow loading shit as well. We'll wait. Twiddling our fucking thumbs. Now, goes on. 31. Criticism of the brave is behind his back. Yeah, that's how they all criticize me. A bunch of woods behind my back, like a bunch of pigs. Or they wait till all their friends are around and you're in cuffs. Or you're in a situation where, you know, I'm not going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's a sucker punch. You know what I'm saying? But when you're fucking 6'4", you don't have to sucker punch anybody. Now, dancing the drum will be done when the drum is. Do not argue with a fool, for people who will not be able to tell between the two of you. Dog eats excreta, but goat eats rotten teeth. Everyone cuts the grass, cut the grass, let no one call the others prisoners. God swats flies for an animal that has no tail. He who spits toward the sky is spitting on his face. If a baby crawls up to me and pinches me, I will get on my knees and pinch him back. If a young man is not prudent in seeking what killed his father, what killed his father may also kill him. If the kernels are not finished, the jaw will not rest. So number 39 states clearly, if a young man is not prudent in seeking what kills his father, what killed his father may also kill him. What the fuck you think they're talking about there, fools? Like the Ebos don't know best. We always have. Way before the woods. Even had an empire, we had Ebo Uku, motherfucker. Now, 41. If you decide to eat a toad, you should at least eat one that is big. If you wish to eat a mushroom, you cannot consider what the mushroom fed on. In the day do we chase the black goats. Knowing but not telling is what kills old men. Hearing but not heeding is what kills young men. Let the kite hawk have a perch, and let the eagle also have a perch. Whichever begrudges the other to the right perch, may he break a wing. That's 45. No one gets a mouthful of food by picking between another person's teeth. One finds drives off a fox before taking the chickens home and blaming them for straying. One who knows everything at times draws water with a basket. Stream said that it is because it has nobody to direct it that it goes in a zigzag way. Okay? Has nobody directing. No black African knowledge to direct it. No spiritual leader to direct it. That's why I'm taking command, motherfuckers. And let the fool who stopped me die a million deaths before he dies. Now, as I continue. No one gets a mouthful of food by picking another person's teeth. One drives off the fox before taking the chickens home and blaming them for straying. One who knows everything at times draws water with a basket. Stream said that it is because no one directed. Okay, we went through this shit. Swearing in the name of God will while at the shrine of another God. So it's simply swearing in the name of swearing in the name of one God while at the shrine of another God. That's the saying right there. There is no fucking ending to it. And back to the tongue twirling. See, this motherfucker. See, everybody has their Ebos are huge people. Everyone has their little perspective. This perspective. That's fine. Famous little sayings that get around from village to village, you know, keeps us on point. Fine. You put it out there, fine. And me, I can quote anything that's out there. And you must also say fine. Now, we go to the best way to eat hot soup is little by little. The big game often appears when the hunter has given up the hunt for the day. The dog said it is better to walk behind those who have had a lot to eat, because if something doesn't come out of them one way, it is bound to come out of them another way. The little puppy said, if I fall down and roll over for you, and you fall down and roll over for me, then we are playing. However, if I fall down and roll over for you, but you do not fall down and roll over for me, then it is a fight. Then that's a fight. The lizard said that he knows the condition of his underbelly, the reason that he has it pressed against the ground. The lizard would like to stand erect, but his tail will not permit him. The mind is like a bag, everyone has one. The piglet has the same type of snout as her mother. The prince is never guilty in his father's court. The riverside monkey is apt to be blamed for every twig found in the river. The riverside monkey. So if the black guy is there, we're going to blame the black guy because he's there. Interesting how you would apply that to the government and Boko Haram and the collusion with the foreign powers. I'm not going to get into it. The same rain that drenches the slave also drenches the slave driver. The skunk can get a fat and plump as he pleases if the whole hind leg costs 1 anani. I still will not buy it. This damn chair got me right in the back. I'm telling you. Pressure points can work against you as well. I'll tell you that. The world is like a goat's udder. It does not yowl in any milk unless you punch and squeeze at it. Until lions have their own historians, tales of the hunt shall always glorify the hunter. What gives the child the itch has already given him the fingernails for scratching it. Whatever type of firewood found in a place, it is usually good enough for the people of that place to cook with. When a drunk meets a madman, he learns the difference between being merely drunk and truly mad. When a drunken man meets a madman, he learns the difference between being merely drunk and truly mad. When a once beautiful piece of cloth has turned into rags, no one remembers that it was woven by uku master weavers. That's pretty much what happened with the knowledge of Africa. It's 69. When a once beautiful piece of cloth has turned into rags, no one remembers that it was woven by uku master weavers. Especially when Pandora puts in the box evil, but puts in the box good as well. Actually puts in the box good and releases evil. But we'll see how it works out. When a person is not when a person is not as she used to be, she does not behave as she used to behave. Okay, now I'm over 10 minutes, but I got to make up for a lot of other videos that I went under 10 minutes on, so I'm going to finish this, talk about some battles, spit some fucking, you know what I'm saying, something off the top of my dome, and I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, when a poor man gets a little money, his thoughts go off in 10 different directions. When a very short man causes the market to break up in a big fight, bystanders ask him to stand up so that they can see how short he really is. When the leopard has a broken paw, the antelope comes to collect an old debt. When the mother goat breaks into the yam store, her kid watches her. When the music stops, the deaf person continues to dance. Whether it was the tenant who seduced the landlord's wife or the landlord who seduced the tenant's wife, it is the tenant who would leave the house. Whichever son is able should bury his father. The first son did not kill him. While the wooden idols are tormenting me, the termites are tormenting them. You may be clever, but you can never lose your shadow. Now, we go on to the wars of the Igbo battles. Okay, 1969, we have a Juku. Remember, Go On leads the Igbos and the Yorubas and the army into the southwest, and he's stopped by a bunch of House of Fulani scum. And who was Colonel Murtala Muhammad, and who was Banjo, and why were they fighting over the Niger Delta oil, and why did you have the garrison under Colonel Benjamin Adukunle, the fucking Black Scorpion? Why? Why was Major Isaac Adakaboro the fucking bootlicker of all bootlickers? Okay? What happened over there at Okirka and Port Harcourt on the July 26th? Huh? Ask him that. A bunch of bootlickers ain't going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just like the lion and the hunter. Who's the lion of Judah and who's the hunter being supplied by a bunch of woods? Who use the principles of Africa to make their weapons? A bunch of bootlickers. And we proceed to talk about the desperate offensive against the Nigerians to throw them off balance. And the Colonel Obasanjo, who comes in at the end like, oh, give us your firearms. I'm a Christian working for the Nigerian government, and I love you. And let me not forget, he's supposed to be on my side when he's historically collaborating with the New World Order to bring one Nigeria under the New World Order's fucking auspices and premises and fucking definition. You tell me that, you piece of shit. You tell me why the Lion of Judah shouldn't stick his paw in your motherfucking grill. You tell me that, Obasanjo, you bootlicker, sitting up there with motherfucking Good Luck like you aren't a bunch of fucking bootlickers that conspired with a bunch of foreign fucks, giving the Muslim scum the ammo they needed to fucking charge and blow shit up. You're stupid, you're stupid. Sitting there like a little old bitch. That's what happened. Banjo was playing the white man's tune. Banjo was playing the New World Order's tune. Banjo was the one guy who wasn't an Igbo, who was an operative of the New World Order. You Olympic motherfucker. You West Point fucking motherfucker. think I don't know what's up? You Rothschild stooge, and I'm out of time. You and your undulation.